Hey, guys! Today we're talking about Rampage World Tour for Game Boy Color. Yes, you got it right. They took that arcade classic where you could smash everything and reduced it to a small screen. It must have been an epic disaster or a fistful of monsters pixelated. Let's see it together. Okay, so Rampage World Tour is the sequel to Rampage, that classic arcade game where you play as giant monsters that destroy cities, eat people, and tear down buildings. A simple, but brilliant idea. And now, here we are on the Game Boy Color. What could go wrong, right? Well, almost anything.
Let's start with the graphics. Now, you expect a game called World Tour to show cities from all over the world in great detail, right? Well, here it seems they simply forgot that the Game Boy Color can color. I mean, we've got George the Gorilla, Lizzie the Lizard, and Ralph the Wolf, but you can barely tell who's who. And the design of buildings? It looks like someone scribbled on a post-it note. There is no depth, there is no variety. Every city looks the same. It's like playing Spot the Difference, but there's no difference to find. But okay, graphics aside, the gameplay. This is an action game, so it should at least be fun, right? Haha, no! You have your three monsters and all you do is jump on buildings and press buttons, but the problem is that the controls are slow, heavy, like you're moving monsters through butter. The response time is ridiculous, you'll get a cramp in your finger. Every level is the exact same pattern. You go in, knock down buildings, eat people, and fly away in a helicopter. Then, repeat forever.
But do you know what the most ridiculous part is? The game is easy. Too easy. Do the humans shoot you? It's funny how little damage they do to you. It's as if they were armed with water guns. There's no tension, it's a sense of danger. And let's not talk about the enemies in general. They have the creativity of a rock. There are only tanks and helicopters flying here and there, but nothing that makes you sweat. But is it a Game Boy or a broken washing machine? And the soundtrack? Expect an endless series of repetitive beeps and boops that will make you want to turn off the volume. And the sounds? They're so muffled you can't even tell if you've just destroyed a building or stepped on an ant. In a game where you're supposed to hear explosions and destruction, everything is reduced to a measly beep.
Now the merits, if we want to call them that. Okay, let's be fair. It's not all a total disaster. The basic concept of Rampage remains fun. Being a monster and destroying stuff has its own charm, if only for a brief moment. And, compared to other Game Boy games, Color at least tries to replicate the arcade experience, even if it fails miserably. In the end, Rampage World Tour on the Game Boy Color is a disappointment. It took a classic arcade game and made it feel boring and repetitive. And for a game that's supposed to feel like you're a destructive monster, you end up feeling lonely if you're a bored, button-pushing gamer. You really want to try the Rampage experience. I recommend you look for the arcade version or, if you really want, any other platform except this one.
So, guys, if you were thinking about giving Rampage World Tour a try on the Game Boy Color, maybe you'd better think again. Let the monsters make the mess, not you trying to play it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more videos full of frustration and nostalgia. See you next time, and watch out for the monsters!